everybody, happy Thursday and welcome to my channel. Today we'll discuss GRU, UK and Kazakhstan. What an interesting combination, you might say. So what do you think about all of this that's been happening? Lately there's a lot of action has been happening around Russian borders. It has to do with Belarus, as a protest there. Georgia averted giant protests with their election recently. Moldova seems to be doing fine, their election just passed. But overall, Nagorno-Karabakh has been escalating significantly, and there's significant issues involved with Karabakh and continue to be. The ceasefires have been broken, there's a lot of problems involved. Turkey's fueling that conflict. Azerbaijan saw its game plan on now. They've been stockpiling weapons and have been preparing for this for some time. For the scope of this video, though, we're not discussing Nagorno-Karabakh. We're discussing Russia, Kazakhstan, UK, and GRU. So where all of it ties together. Kazakhstan is expected to be the next big battleground, and a lot of problems will happen. How do the problems happen? Usually majority of uprisings happen due to the socioeconomic issues, oppression, and when one leadership has been in power for too long. As a lot of people are aware, Nursultan Nazarbayev had been in power for a long time in Kazakhstan. His family left the legacy as far as him, and actually Kazakhstan has now what it's known to be Nazarbayev doctrine. So how does it all tie up to UK? So basically what UK tied up, as of this week, Patrick Sanders, who is one of the commanders in UK pertaining to military operations, stated that there should be close watch on Kazakhstan, and it also means that Cobra is suggested to be working 24 hours a day now. And it would be interesting because usually US would be the lead on such operations. But given that Donald Trump has been a US president for the past 4 years, he has not had a certain interest, and that's put it mildly, as far as geopolitical control and promoting US interests on a global spectrum. His whole platform was all American nationalism, etc. And for the scope of the video, I'm not going to discuss Donald Trump politics, so let's get back to that. So what basically means UK has an interest in Kazakhstan now. So that would mean that UK wants to take a lead. Even though there's no more colonizations happening this day, UK wants to play a leadership role and have more say and more control in Europe and Asia. As everyone is aware, UK also left the EU, the Brexit was a big deal and everything like that. There's a lot of problems within UK as it is. So it is interesting that it's putting its eyesight on Kazakhstan, and I think the only reason it's even happening is because, like I said, under Trump, US has not playing that role, because usually US would be a lead on such issues. So why is Kazakhstan important? Kazakhstan has certain disgruntlement going on because, like I said, there has been the same leadership for a long time. Also, additional portion of it, there's also two castes there right now that everybody's aware of. They're Karasayuk, which means black bone, and Aksayuk means white bone. So what it means is just separation. And for example, even poor people from the villages have a name of Mumbets. That's what they're called now. And it's a derogatory term in Kazakhstan right now, but that is what's being used. So there's a big divide happening between the rich clan, which is a very small percentage, and village people. So what Kazakhstan is actually experiences is tribalism under the renaissance of an old age traditions, and trying to hide behind the religion and bring Kazakhstan into the world of tribalism. Uzbekistan has been going through that as well, and also it doesn't help that it has close borders with Afghanistan as well, which also brings its own renaissance because, as everybody aware, as far as Taliban is concerned, in Afghanistan there has been a lot of issues there, and secularism and everything else going on. So why exactly UK? There's also some interesting facts pertaining to UK and the situation there. I have done a video previously, and this fall and earlier this year, there was Sultan Nazarbayev who died. He died in UK. However, it is very unlikely he died a natural death. And interestingly enough, there's not enough media attention to the story. And I'll tell you why the story was so important, and I think still very important. First of all, he's a grandson of Nazarbayev, who was the leader of Kazakhstan. Second of all, he also asked for political asylum in UK. He's in his 30s. He opposed the government and everything else in Kazakhstan. But here, this is where it gets very interesting. At the time of asking for his asylum, and when UK granted him one, he was actually an active officer of Kazakhstan GRU with connection to Russia. And he stated himself that he had a lot of information pertaining to Russia's corruption, Russian GRU and Kazakhstan GRU involvement, and their amalgamation in many ways and dealings and intricacies. So suddenly he died from some type of heart failure, yet he was in his 30s. He never had pre-existing conditions, and he suspiciously died. He was also speaking out on YouTube and other platforms in regards to his disdain. So could it be possible that the reason he died is because he passed a lot of information to UK intelligence when he was given asylum, because clearly he would have been interviewed, especially being in GRU and everything like that. And so could it be that his life became in danger from Russia and Kazakhstan, and highly likely because he died in London, and given the playground of London, the case of Litvinenko who was poisoned by polonium, the case of possible Skripal, and now given the fact of, him. So this is where it kind of ponders, but media did not give enough attention. The media was more concerned about Navalny's poisoning and the whole situation there and make a big hype about that, but this is an actual real case of death, an actual GRU and everything else involvement. So this is quite interesting because obviously at the time, he obviously resigned as being GRU when he asked for political asylum. Well, he could no longer be one, but this is what's happening. So Kazakhstan on the battleground and everything like that. So it's highly likely to expect more protests in Kazakhstan. People are not happy with socioeconomics, seeing what's happening in Belarus. It's very easy to stoke an uprising there. And clearly UK will take a lead on it thus far, and especially since the statement has been made, it's clear that's UK interest. The other question remains if US will get involved. Right now, US is under interesting circumstance because it just held election, which was just this Tuesday, but at the same time, the final results are not in yet. Who won, Trump or Biden? However, if Biden wins, clearly he will promote US interests abroad, and he does have nationalistic policy. He's always been a global player, given his 40-year history in politics, has always been part of the global playbook and everything like that, so that would change a lot. But if it's still Trump, clearly UK will get carte blanche. Russia has been given carte blanche to secure more positions around the world. So what does everybody think? Do you think UK will be the lead? What's happening with Kazakhstan? Do you think there's not enough given to the story in regards to grandson of Nazarbayev, his death, and how it's more than likely was a murder, and it was, it would be very coincidental with natural causes and especially heart. So please let me know what you think. Please share this video. Please click like. Please subscribe to my channel. You also can read my articles under Kristina Kitova at communalnews.com, and hope everybody has the rest of the day and wonderful rest of the week. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.